Hello guide, Colonel Ninny here. Welcome to Lesson 8 of How to Fly. In Lesson 7 we covered side slips and non-standard approaches. In this lesson we will concentrate on crosswind landings, which will incorporate side slips, forward slips and crabbing techniques. The wind speed is cranked up to its maximum of 12 meters per second, and it's coming to us from the right hand side from a heading of east, straight across the runway. In this case, if we're aiming straight down the runway and the wind is blowing from the right, it will actually drift us off to the left. In order to keep tracking straight down the center of the runway, we have to turn into the wind, and that's called crabbing. This aircraft appears to be crabbing into the wind and also using slight side slip to maintain his position and land down the center line of the runway. As his drift is controlled, he doesn't have to do anything else except touch down on his right main gear with his right or starboard wing down into the wind. He's actually touching down in a side slip, but in very strong winds it's not that easy. And this pilot has a bigger challenge. At what point is he going to have to turn the aircraft down the center line of the runway and touch down? As soon as we reduce the crab angle to straighten out down the runway, the aircraft is now going to drift with the wind across to the right. This means in order to counteract that drift to the right, the pilot has to do a side slip. This means he will be touching down with the left wing low, and so the left main gear will touch down first. The pilot of this aircraft is coming in with a right hand crab. He'll have to transition to a right hand side slip in order to keep it straight and thus land on the right hand wheel first. This is what it should look like, and this is what it shouldn't look like. You can see that he's touched down too early because he's still crabbing into the wind. Good. Not so good. I'm pretty sure that you get the point. Here we start with a strong wind from the left and our airspeed at 450. So we're going to use the forward slip to lose both the airspeed and the altitude to place us in the right position so that we can then crab in and complete the landing with a side slip to the left. Carrying a little extra speed with a strong crosswind is fine, but just remember you're going to use up much more runway to touch down. Lining up now and transitioning to a side slip to the left. As I line up with the runway, I allow the wind to drift me to the right across the runway so I can touch down in the center. So in this one, I know there's a wind from the right, but I'm not sure how much of an effect it has on me, so I'm going to line up down the runway and see what effect it has on my drift. Already I'm slightly to the left of the center line, and it's getting worse. So I need to correct to the right and crab in to the end of the runway. But how much grab do we need? The answer is just enough to keep the runway in the same position on the nose, just like it is here. But now what do I do when I get there? So I'm not comfortable with this approach. I'm too far off the center line and I'm still doing 250. It looks better now, so I'm going to commit to landing. My apologies to you for all the landings in this video. I'm trying to demonstrate landings while flying in the third person off the side, which makes it very difficult. Taxiing on the ground is quite a challenge when there's a strong crosswind as well. On this takeoff, we're actually going to be taking off in a side slip. So deliberately holding the right wing down on takeoff, what is going to happen to the right wing once we get airborne? If we don't correct it as soon as we take off, it's going to smack into the ground and we'll cartwheel. Did you see it dip down there? All I'm doing on this takeoff is just trying to show you the amount of drift when we hold the runway heading. You can see us sliding to the right. This is just a straight crab to try to keep the runway in the same position in relation to the nose. And as I get towards the center line, I try to reduce that amount of crab. Our speed is about 220. We have full flap. It's looking pretty good for this approach. We're holding it nice and steady to counteract the wind and flying right down the center line. So at what point are we going to turn this crab into a side slip? Notice the end of the runway in relation to the nose, it's not moving. Time now to straighten out and transition into the left-hand side slip. So I'm going to combine the side slip with some crab, and just before I touch down I need to straighten it out down the runway and touch down on the left wheel. Good try, but I touched down on both wheels. You'll notice on many of these approaches that I hold the power on and keep us flying until the last moment. And here I'm side slipping to the left to slide onto the center line. This is a full flap approach, and now I'm going to go into a forward slip. Even at this steep angle, you'll notice I'm not really picking up much airspeed and losing a good deal of altitude until I'm just at the right place in my approach. Again, I'm looking for that sweet spot where the end of the runway is in relation to the nose of the aircraft, round about there. We've lost our airspeed and we're back down to 200. Time to transition to a side slip or crab to the right. Everything's looking good for a landing on the first third of the runway. Pick the right moment to straighten out and land on the right wheel. You'll notice in many of these approaches that I keep the power on till the last moment. Wind is from the left, stick to the left. But as we pick up speed, you'll see that it becomes more and more difficult to keep that left wing down as the wind wants to get underneath it and lift it up. This causes us to drift to the right on takeoff. with an exciting moment just after takeoff when that left wing drops to the ground. I did not allow myself enough time to get established on the approach and got too close, so there's way too much maneuvering going on here, so I should just abort. But I've made enough corrections, the speed's under control, there's lots of runway left, so I decide to commit to a landing. Then all of a sudden I'm running out of runway, so I decide now to abort. Ideally, you want to get established on an approach with all the corrections in place as you've seen in the first couple of clips. You don't want to be putting yourself in a position as in the last one where I was changing my mind. It's much better just to decide to go around and fix everything and try again. This nice lineup down the runway is a result of a better planned approach. Too bad about the landing. Mind you, it's a good springboard into an abort. But obviously that wasn't what I had in mind. And in the final clip here, let's see if we can do it right. I'll let you judge how it's going. I think I said that in the takeoff video, every takeoff is basically the same as the next, but no two landings are ever the same, and I think that's pretty easy for you to see here. It's truly the biggest challenge to a pilot to do a perfect landing each time, both in the game and in the real world. Once again guys, thanks for watching. I've really enjoyed doing this video. It's been really a challenge for me as well. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, found it helpful, please like it or subscribe. Or if there's another topic you'd like me to cover, please